Okay, today we're on 7-8% increase on page 188. The objectives here are to find profit, to find the percent increase, then to find the selling price for an item sold at a profit. And here's a little cup of joe for you to get warm on this chilly January evening. Okay, percent increase equals amount of increase over the original amount. You should know that. All right, you can also do a proportion. So amount of increase over original amount equals the percent of increase over 100. Okay, so here we're going from 8 to 12. So the amount of increase we do is 12 minus 8 over the original amount, which is 8. That's going to be 4 over 8, which equals, we don't know the percent increase, so x over 100. I'm going to get that down to 1/2. So 4 over 8 equals 1/2 equals x over 100. I'm going to cross multiply. Let's get 2x equals 100. I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. Okay, so we do that, we divide by 2. X is going to equal 50%. So when you go from 8 to 12, there's a 50% increase. Okay? All right, let's go from 0.47 to 2. Actually, you know what? No, let's do an even simpler one. Let's do 3 to 16. Okay? So again, we do the difference over the original number. It's going to be 13 divided by 3. This one, let's go ahead and do the percent formula on this one. So this one is where you just set it up just like I did, and then you divide it. So you're going to do 13 divided by 3. And get a decimal. So this is going to equal 4.33. To go from a decimal to a percent, move it over 2 times. So we're going to get 433% increase. Okay? All right, let's go from 6 to 9. I want you to pause the video, see if you can figure that out, this bad boy on your own. So remember, you're gonna subtract your first number from your second number, okay? Or your smaller number from your larger number, put it over the original number. Go. Okay, so if you got 50%, you did it correctly. You should have ended up with 1 over 2. 1 divided by 2 should be 0.5. Move that decimal over 2 times to get 50%. Okay? Either way you do it is fine with me. If you want to do proportion or write the equation with the formula, that's fine too. Either way works for me. Okay. So to find the amount of profit, multiply the original cost by the percent profit. So cost is the original amount paid for an item. So when Best Buy buys all these TVs to sell in their store, they pay a certain amount. Okay, profit is the amount gained when an item is sold above the cost. So they may buy a TV for $100 and then sell it for $150 to make that $50 profit. That is what cost and profit are. So Dewey's Pizza buys gluten-free crusts for $3 a piece and then sells them each at a gain of 15%. What is the company's profit? So all we do is take our 15% and multiply it by 3. So in essence, take 0.15 times 3, and that is going to equal it's going to be 0.45, which equals a gain of 45 cents. Okay? So for every crust that is sold, they will gain 45 cents from it. Okay? All right, so that was the formula or the equation, so let's do the proportion method. Okay, so we're not sure, let's do this way. Let's do 15 out of 100 equals the profit, which we don't know, over the original cost, which is $3. All right, we're going to cross multiply. 3 times 15 is 45, equals 100p, divided by 100, divided by 100, okay? 45 divided by 100 is going to be 0.45, which is 45 cents. Okay? So, again, these are all on page 189. So if you do the equation method, which is what I did over here on the left, you multiply the equivalent decimal of the percent times the whole number and get that. Or you do the proportion, which is where you're going to have, profit, which is what we were looking for over the original cost, equals percent over 100. That's what we did over there. Okay? All right, the selling price of an item is the amount for which the item is sold. So if a video dealer imports large flat screen TVs for $1,200 each, the dealer then sells each TV for a profit of 30%. What is the selling price per unit? So I'm going to take the original cost, okay? So that's $1,200. Oops. Okay. Plus, in parentheses, the 30% times, or of 1,200. Okay? So we're going to change that to 0.3 times 1,200. Okay, so we'll type it in our calculator here. So 0.3 times 1,200, it's going to be 360. So then we're going to take this 1,200 and 360. That is going to give us 1,560. So the selling price is $1,560. So if you went into that store, you would pay $1,560 for it, when originally that store only bought them for $1,200. So they're going to gain, it looks like about $360 from that sale. Okay? Alrighty. So the next one I want you to do is we're going to go, let's do the cost is $124, and they are going to profit 6.25% from that. Okay, so let's do it. So I want to know how much they're actually making in cash from the profit. So let's do it. Let's do 6.25%, which goes to 0.625 times 124. Wrong one. Okay, this actually needs to be 0.0625. So 0.0625 times 124 equals 7 so this is going to be 7.75. Okay? So for every $124 that they sell, they're going to make $7.75. Okay? Again, if you want to proportion or formula, whichever way works for you. Okay? So if that is where their percent of profit is, that is what they're going to make in money. Okay? All right, I want you to try these numbers 1 through 7. Actually, let's do 1 through 6 all. Okay? Use your textbook. Use the examples in the book, and you should be good to go. Okay? I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.